We want to turn back to the weather now. Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy watching the skies for us, and we're seeing plenty of lightning up there in Logan, Alana.
Where it's pouring as well, Brian. As you take that live view from the USU library, you can see that wet pavement, but you're going to catch lightning on this camera as well. The rain coming down, also the case towards 700 north, where as we look at that camera here, it kind of shows very wet conditions. We've watched as that rain was coming off of the camera here in just the last little while, but it's pouring in northern Utah. We also see strong winds across the Wasatch Front and definitely some strong storms towards central Utah. Let's zoom in. You can see Smithfield to Logan starting to watch as that line of strong storms will push towards Bear Lake. We're going to see Laketown and Randolph impacted there. Another cell rolling through Brigham City that's been active. Also the case over I-84 near Snowville. Now we've gotten gusty winds. We've received those gusty winds along the Wasatch Front into Willa County, and we're watching as this next round moves towards Tooele, Stockton, and the Rush Valley. Those could hang on, and gusty winds expected as we head to the southern portion of the Wasatch Front near Delta, Oak City, Leamington. Lots of lightning. This is a concern because we want that rain to come with these storms, or else you're talking fire danger. These are going to move over I-15 towards Nephi as well as throughout Millard County. So we've got strong storms out there. Stepping back, you see what's happening just over the border in Nevada. These storms are pushing from west to east. So nocturnal storms are expected along the Wasatch Front and towards eastern Utah as we get later into the night. We also have a flood advisory still in effect. This is for central San Juan County. This is near Cottonwood Wash and Cottonwood Creek. It holds on until midnight if storms has continued in the Four Corners region. In San Juan County, Monticello, Blanding, so those areas will continue with the threat until midnight. Gusty winds, 47-mile-per-hour wind speed. Gusts there in Logan as these storms rolled through, 32 miles per hour in Salt Lake. Look at Wendover. Big numbers coming out of Elko, Delta. So where these storms developed, we got very strong outflow winds. Unsettled conditions with cloud cover and cooler air moving in. This cold front making its presence known. Behind it, we will see some cooler air as we head into tomorrow. High temperatures today hit 96 in Salt Lake. That's our average. We're supposed to be there. All right. 92 in Logan and Provo. Triple digits in places like Green River and Moab. 106 in St. George. Hot in Lake Powell. And we saw those storms with flash flooded warnings throughout the evening. As we look at those numbers now along the Wasatch Front, the threat of storms for Salt Lake and the surrounding area really holds on until about 2 a.m. And then we'll start to see mostly cloudy skies, but quieter conditions. But don't be fooled. We will see moisture holding on for our Friday. Air quality with the mixing of the winds was positive tonight. Good news there, giving us a break from that smoke a little bit. But into tomorrow, ozone and some wildfire smoke will bring unhealthy air for sensitive groups from Davis County to Utah County. Okay, Salt Lake International. It's been 33 days since we've had measurable moisture. Now we're seeing the storms in northern Utah. That could change overnight, or we could see the streak stand. Let's watch on futurecast here because it kind of takes us through what to expect. Here we are by 1 a.m. with the Ogden Valley getting storms. Utah County, Salt Lake, a little bit of a bubble there, but it looks like Davis County and up towards Bear Lake as well as the backside of the Wasatch will be active as storms continue as we get closer to 5 a.m. Some of those storms over in the basin for the overnight hours and maybe into tomorrow. Here we go. By the afternoon and evening, central Utah with lingering moisture will allow for some isolated storm potential. Can't rule that out in Salt Lake. We'll watch the development in the West Desert. There we go. Hits into Salt Lake overnight into Saturday morning. So the timing of the storms, good news if you've got outdoor plans, but into the overnight we could see those changes for the next night or so because our high pressure is pulling away from the state. So weaker high pressure. We're still under the influence, but not that extreme record heat that we saw yesterday for Pioneer Day. The system track brings that moisture. Marginal risk for the West Desert and portions of the Wasatch Front into tomorrow. That marginal risk brings the chance of isolated severe storms. The rest of the state under that general thunderstorm threat, so we'll see what happens. Flash flooding, well, the threat's still there. It's possible in many locations, but it starts to ease in Zion, where southwestern Utah is the first to tap into some drier air. Lake Powell also doesn't have that threat. Good news there. High pressure moving away from the state, opening the door for not just cooler air, but a series of troughs that will move through. That will bring wet conditions with isolated storms for your Friday, drier for your weekend. Weak little disturbance comes through on Saturday, bringing the chance of some storms. And that's going to up fire danger. Fire weather watch posted for a big part of Utah. This is for Saturday afternoon through the evening. We'll have conditions that will be ripe for fire. 90s for tomorrow, 106 in St. George. Hustling through here. It's an active one. It's been a day, friends. 100s. We see that stretch in the next 7 days, but closer to where we should be, which in St. George is 102 this time of year. We kind of cool it on the daily thunderstorms in southern Utah. Isolated storms tomorrow and then into Saturday with that weak disturbance. Temperatures low to mid 90s. I'm okay with that after 105 yesterday.
Absolutely.
I'm like, all right, how about that? And all that rain up in Cache Valley tonight.
Quite a show tonight, huh?
Definitely.
Yeah.